Hello and welcome back to Becky Cooks. Today we are going to be making kunu Zaki, Obiolo, kunu, or whatever you want to call it. So this is millet. I'm using 1 mudu of millet, that is about 8 cups. So I'm going to rinse it, remove the dirt as much as possible, all these ones floating on top. Then I'll strain it very well to remove sand, because this can have a lot of sand and stones, so you have to be careful. You do this about 3 times until it's clean of any sand or dirt. See the quantity of sand I got from the first rinse. So I'm going to do this again for 3 to 4 times, and then the water is clean now, and I'm going to let this soak overnight. So the next day, this is what I have, and I'm going to strain it again to be sure there's no sand or particles. And this is what we have. So this is the sweet potatoes I'm using, dried sweet potato. This is 200 naira worth of dried sweet potato. This is 200 naira worth of ginger, 200 naira worth of clove. And this was just perfect quantity for my 1 mudu. And this is 500 naira worth of rice, that is sprouted rice. They sell it in the market like that. So that's what I'm going to be using to sweeten it up, and it was just perfect. So if you want to do 1 mudu of kunu, you can just use this exact ingredients I used, and it's going to come out very, very, very refreshing and tasty. So time to blend my millet, soaked millet. You can take this to commercial blender if you want, and if you have very strong blender, you can also do this at home. I was actually contemplating taking it out just to do it once and for all, but this didn't take time at all. Just about 3 times I was done blending the 1 mudu. So, and this is what I have. So for the sweet potato, I'm going to pound them and just soak them in hot water for about 30 minutes before I blend, so that it will be easy for my blender to blend it. I think that rice was 1000 naira worth. That was 1 mudu of that sprouted rice. So it's time to pour hot water into my millet that I grounded. Just do it as if you are making pap. So the sweet potato mixture is separate on its own. So this is the grounded millet I have here. So I'm just pouring in water so that I won't go overboard, and it won't be, let it just be okay. So I was pouring in the water gradually. But if you have someone to pour the water for you, someone can pour the water for you, and you can control what you are doing properly. So I poured the water until I saw that there was no longer any raw part of the millet. This drink is so refreshing, and it's healthy, it's nutritious, full of nutrients. And when you serve it chilled, oh god, especially this hot weather, you are going to enjoy it and you're going to feel so refreshed. So if you're looking to cut down sugar intake, soda drinks and all the rest, this is a very, very good alternative for you. So this is the blended sweet potato, rice sprouts, and now I'm going to pour it into my millet mixture. It was still very hot at this point, and this is the right time to pour in your other mixture. So pouring in that mixture will turn it to that light texture that you want your kunu to have. It's no longer look in form of pap. So after doing this, I separated them into 2 bowls so that it can cool faster, and just let that sit overnight. That is, if you do this towards evening, you let it stay till the next morning, and if you do this in the morning, you let it stay till in the evening, so that it will be well rested and all the ingredients will blend properly. So the next day, I'm about to sieve it. So you just sieve normally as you sieve zobo or any other thing you want to sieve. I usually used to think this takes lots of time, but now I've realized that it doesn't take time at all. So this is what we have after sieving, and it's time to pour into these little containers I have. You can pour it into any container you have, and it stays well in the freezer and even in the fridge. If it stays in room temperature for some time, it's going to ferment and it's going to start having this alcohol effect, that fermentation. So if you don't want it to have to ferment, you can don't leave it at room temperature. Let it chill in the fridge, and you can also store it in the freezer. So after some hours, this is what I have. Like, I like that it has little bit of eyes in it. Like, can you imagine how refreshing this was? Give this a try and testify by yourself. Come back to the comment section and tell me what you think about this and how refreshing it is. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and until I come your way again, stay refreshed and enjoy. See you all. Bye.